today we are going to be doing a RAM upgrade. I'm going to be taking the 2 gigs that are out of here that I think are in there and trying them out in this machine. I'm going to also take one of the 2 gig sticks out of this machine and put it in there. If it doesn't work, the 4 gigs is going over here. And if I can get 4 gigs in here, it'll be 4, 2, 1. That's going to be left with just 1 gig. I don't care where it comes from. But if it works in here, it's going to be 1, 4, 2. So that's how that's going to work, because this really doesn't get used for anything anymore. It just sits over there and doesn't do anything. I might end up buying RAM if it doesn't work, buying DDR2 for this thing, because it's really finicky, as I mentioned in my video. But this has to get out of here. So, first of all, I'm going to check how much RAM is even installed. And it's probably going to take forever to log in, but... mouse on this thing kind of sucks. I know. I'm going to get the USB mouse plugged in here. Somehow. Very carefully. I think that's the right mouse. Yep, that's the right one. Here we go. Okay. So, could not reconnect. I'm going to fix that as well. Because... oh, I don't even have this one connected to it. Sweet. Alright, I wanted to check the system. I wanted to make sure that there were 2 gigs in here, because if there are 2 gigs, it's in my 2 gig stick. And there are 2 gigabytes available, so we're going to shut this off because I need those. And I'm going to take the system out and put it on my desk here, so where I can take the RAM out. Finish. Whoops. Apparently I just started that thing recording, which I didn't want to actually do, but... okay. Good timing, I guess. Although I can't find my screwdriver that I just had like a second ago. Yeah, I actually just had that thing a second ago, so there it is. So we're going to take the RAM door out. Hopefully this RAM upgrade works at least one way. I'm going to try it out in the compact first. Come on. There's my 2 gig stick. Is that my 2 gig stick? No, I think that's a different stick. Okay. Where's all my RAM? I should find all my RAM. I have a bag of RAM. I should go find that. Alright, I found my my chips here. Maybe I have 4 gigs already installed in a system. I'm thinking. Because I don't have any extra chips in here. So maybe I can get more memory. 3 and 4 gigs or something, I don't know. But I am interested now to see if I can get some of these working. So I can't mismatch the banks. That's not going to happen, because if I put in a chip like this and a chip like this, one of these chips, which is just a single chip on like 4 chips here and 4 chips there, then the system will complain about a bank mismatch and it won't start up at all. Or, well, maybe not a bank mismatch, but a type mismatch between the types of RAM. And so I'm going to put this one back together for now. Actually, I won't, because that's more work for me. So I'll just set it down there, and I'll try and get this one going with 4 or 3 gigabytes worth of memory. I'll just uninstall all the chips from all the systems, and we'll make it easy like that. Okay, so this is the RAM that we have installed in there now. We have an unlabeled chip with Samsung stuff on it. And this thing, that's actually the CPU, which is, might actually even... No, I don't think that's socketed. I think that's, a BGA mounted chip. And we have this, which is a Kingston PC2 6400, running at 667 megahertz. So that came out of this system. I'm going to put this door back on here. I'm going to move it over. It's heavy, son of a bitch. And this one, which is a lot more difficult to change the RAM in by comparison to the other ones. And we have 4 gigs installed here, but I want to see if this 4 gigabytes can be used in the other system. What is this? This is... Oh, this might not work. This is DDR2 800. So, yeah, that's a little bit wishful. I'm going to actually pull this so that this is out of the way and I don't have to deal with it again. That, I believe, is the combination for the trackpad and the fingerprint reader. So I'm just going to pull that out of the way so I can do this upgrade smoothly. If I recall, one of these chips seems to have a problem with working. So I'm going to see if it'll start up or if this is just going to complain about a bank mismatch or a type mismatch. I get nothing on the display. Oops. So I get nothing out of that. Let's try flipping it around. Whoops. Flipping the modules and... Holy crap, that actually works. So I have 4 gigs in this system now. I'm going to see if it starts up into Windows. And I'm also going to, later I'm going to run Memtest 86 on this thing. And I have a couple of copies of Memtest 86, so I can probably run 2 systems. Well, actually, I can't really run that one. I'm going to create a Memtest bootable... Run a Memtest on one of my bootable disks. I'm just going to start this up, shut it back down, and put everything in there where it should go. And I'm going to see if I can put 4... Well, I can't really put 4 gigs in that system because I just don't have the ability to do that because I only have maximum 3 gigs possible. I am going to have to upgrade this one. This one to 4 gigs, maybe even higher than 4 gigs. Maybe I might put 8 gigs in it or something. But let's check out if this is working. I know I'll only have 3 gigabytes usable. Or actually even less than that. But it has 4 gigs installed, about 3 or so gigs usable. So this one is probably going to be upgraded to a 64-bit version of Windows at some point. Whenever I get a 64-bit version of Windows. Same thing with this one. This one will get Win64. This one will get its... That one probably won't even get Windows again. And that one over there, I don't even need to worry about it because it's never going to be running more than 2 gigs anyways at a time. Because I'm not buying a whole heck of a lot of more DDR2 memory because I don't really need to. Alright, so I have 5 1 gig chips left. I'm going to try the unlabeled one first. But, oh yeah, I'm not going to be trying this one because this is the slowest out of them all. I have 2 of these. I'll just leave one of them. And I have this piece of 1RX. That one is a 1RX8 density, and that one is 2RX16 density. So, this one is more dense, but this one, they're both about the same speed. You know, this is B2 class, that one's A3 class. Let's try this chip out first, because I have no idea what its speed is, or really anything about it for that matter. To enter BIOS. Information. 1 gigabyte. It doesn't really give me a whole heck of a lot of info. I'm going to go into Windows, and we're going to take a look at the I'm going to refresh the Windows experience scores and see if I get any improvement. Well, actually, it won't really improve anything. It will actually deprove because I took this chip out of there, which is 2 gigs, so we're going to lose some RAM performance. Let's get the mouse. Let's grab this mouse and plug this mouse in because this thing is just crappy. I hate the internal mouse in this thing because it doesn't work very well. If it even works at all. I mean, on a good day, it's really crappy. Let's plug this in somehow. So it's plugged in. Get out of my face. That actually will take up a lot of memory. Will take up a lot of the CPU. Oops. Take a look at the properties and let's run a Windows Experience Index. Yeah, we've gone down to 1 gigabyte of memory. Let's take a look at the old score. It was a 4.6. It's not applicable well on batteries. Well, I'm afraid this power supply probably won't stretch that far. But I'll get lucky and it will. So, check that out. Alright, so it's now plugged in. New hardware detected. It's not really new, it's old hardware, but still, let's run a rating and see what kind of scores we get. Then we'll upgrade the RAM, or downgrade or whatever to this chip. That's the next one that I'm going to try. And then I'll try this Samsung, and we'll see what we get. So that actually didn't go down very far. It's a 4.5. Obviously, I can't really improve my score because the processor's only going to get a 2.3, and I believe this is a soldered down processor, so I can't upgrade it any. It's an Intel Atom. So let's shut this off and let's put the new stick in. Apparently this chip isn't even working. I don't think I installed it correctly. So I'm going to check my installation job here. Because that did not go in properly. What the heck is going on with this mount? Maybe it just doesn't like this chip. I get no videos, so not even anything on the display. I'm gonna... So that was a rip-roaring failure. This chip is not gonna happen. Let's try... Let's try the next one. Okay, I found out that something was going wrong here, and it didn't work to begin with. I thought there was something wrong with the socket, but then the system rebooted itself, so... Maybe the other chip isn't faulty, maybe it was just something to do with this, and the fact that I don't have any of the doors on. I'm gonna have to check that out. And I might be tempted to try that other stick again. I don't think anything smoked, so... Guess I'll find out. System just suddenly poof goes out while I'm trying to use it. Not exactly the fastest thing in the world. Retrieving system rating. Probably gonna have to rerun the rating, yes. So the old chip was a 4.5. Let's see what the new chip is. I can tell that this RAM is... it's about the same. There's no difference. Maybe there is a difference. Nah, there's no difference. I might just put the old stick back in, so... Let's try that Kingston RAM one more time. So as it turns out, that did not work at all. It just sat there and acted as if I was not doing anything. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try this out. I have no idea which bank which one goes into. See that these lights are quite dim when you first turn them on, but they're all running. MTest 86. I don't know what's going on here, why the chipset isn't identified, but whatever. There's a Samsung running at 333 megahertz. Apparently, it's running slower than it should be. Same thing with these. They're both running at DDR2 400, which is interesting because they shouldn't be. They should be running at DDR2 800. But it is still working. About 2.2 gigs worth of memory bandwidth there. It's running in dual channel. CAS latency of 44412. I don't even know what the CAS latency of those are because it won't even tell me. And over here we have this running on the big screen. Well, not really. It's a 17-inch monitor, but that's about it. It's not even widescreen. That one's widescreen. This one isn't. But this stuff is running at DDR2 665, which is interesting, with a CAS latency of 55515. So, okay. It's working, it seems. That one has 2.1 gigs of bandwidth. That one has 3 gigs of bandwidth. So that's definitely also very interesting. Then again, this is DDR2 stuff. It's not DDR3, which I'm pretty sure is better than this. But they're all running MemTest. I'll let them all do one pass each. And then we'll see what if I need to do any tweaking with the configurations. Dear God. Okay, alright, I get it, okay. Shut this off, try another stick, and we'll see what happens there. The other two are still going, as far as I can tell. So that's okay. See if it passes this. Still have no chipset information, which is really interesting. Don't know what's going on there. Maybe it is my motherboard that's bad on this system. And that's what caused the RAM to just suddenly fail like that. The other ones are working. Nothing wrong. So, that's still going pretty well. Alright, yeah, we have an issue here, and it's not a RAM issue. I think I'm going to have to take this apart and see what's going on. Alright, this is the third stick that I have tried, and I'm going to leave it here. I might have to actually take this apart, because I don't believe that both of those sticks are bad. This one, maybe. This one, I don't think so. Because I'm pretty sure I've used both of these sticks before in a pair. Maybe they've gone bad over the years, I don't know. But, yeah, that's just really weird. It fails I believe what it's failing is the random number test or something. Yeah, it's failing test number 7 every time. So, we'll see if it fails test number 7 this time. And, if it does, I'm gonna have to take this apart. I might end up having to take it out of service completely. And replace it with that thing. I might have to figure out how to, run scheduled tasks on that thing and just use that one instead, because This is insane. Kind of worried that the chipset information is not there. So there might be a bigger problem. Alright, so we're still on test number 4, but I want to put my 2 cents in here. I've never seen something like this before. Actually, I have. I've seen it once on another system, a really old one, DDR400 based system. Long time ago. But this is the first time since then I've ever seen something like this happen. I have no idea why it's failing memtest, and why it's passing tests 1 through 6, but as soon as it hits test 7, it just explodes. I would think it's actually test 7. It might be test 6. I don't know. But that's really odd, because it has been working before, so it's not stable, that's for sure. But I guess I'll just have to wait and see, because yeah, it just seems really weird to me, because this RAM has been working before. Maybe it's these 2 sticks, I don't know. Although I don't believe that they could possibly be bad. Alright, we're approaching test number 7 here. It's taken a while, but I want to get it on video as soon as it starts failing. Just for my own reference. Let's watch it go kaboom. It's failing this random number sequence like that. This one has passed. That one has passed. This one has not. But I've decided that I don't want to go to the trouble of moving that one over here. And I also don't want to go to the trouble of installing Windows on a hard drive on that one, even though it's definitely doable. I have a bootable Windows 7 disk right here. I've decided that I'm just going to let this thing run, regardless of the RAM errors. Do not try this at home. I am a professional idiot. So we're going to log in here. Since I know that this thing is not going to be doing any intensive tasks in its near future, I'm just going to hope that it's stable enough to run my little setup here. And it should be. I mean, there shouldn't be really any huge issues, because it's not going to press the RAM really hard. This one is good. I'm going to... Oh, I thought that was something else for a second. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Cannot repair problems automatically. Don't send, because I don't care. So let's see if it works now. Oh, I just shut my system off. System's awfully slow over there, by the way. So I don't know if it's actually going to pass Prime 95 or if it's going to fail Prime 95. Okay, starting Windows. Here's the moment of truth. Does Windows still work, or do I have to reinstall? Looks like it's pretty working to me. So, looks like it's pretty working to me. I'm not going to bother with any of it. Your experience index needs to be refreshed. So let's do that. I had a 4.7 for the RAM before. Still running the same test. So we'll see what we have now. Oops, wrong mouse. Assessing memory performance. So we have 4 gigs now. What do we have as an experience index? I'm not expecting it to go up. Yeah, it stayed about the same at a 4.7. And our graphics still seem to be very low. But I can't change that in the BIOS because it won't let me do it. Screw it. I don't care. What I do care about is, well, we didn't get any performance increase. Oh, that's right, that drive that I don't have at the moment because it's not here. I'm still waiting for that one back from Western Digital. It might end up taking the full 3 weeks that they said. So, yes. What else you didn't know about this system? Not a whole heck of a lot. I think we're pretty much done here in terms of stuff that needs to be done. None of my drives are failing or anything, well, except for the one that's in the ThinkPad at the moment, but that one doesn't matter. Still has 110 count. Power on counts in 748 hours. It's interesting. That's a really high number. Probably fail after the warranty is up, but whatever. All I know is that the system runs, and it works, and everything is good. So, yes, there's that. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then.